What if I told you thousands of people have died and come back to life? And their stories about their near death experience are almost identical. Today, we are talking about near death experience. There are documented cases of near death experiences. These are moments when their heart drops and when their brain technically is off for a few seconds or minutes, and they're technically dead at that particular time, but some of them come back. When they do, some describe these things as something that's difficult to explain. First thing they notice is the silence, which is not the normal silence you feel, but like a complete void where everything feels so distant, and the world feels far, far away. And then something happens. They feel like their body is stagnant. Okay, their body is stagnant, but they themselves are drifting apart from it. Some people report watching themselves in the hospital, and some people report saying that they were floating in the hospital beds, above the hospital beds, and they could hear the doctor talk, and they were able to watch the doctors trying hard to save them. And later, when they wake up, they kind of repeat the same conversation yet again. Okay, those were the conversation which they shouldn't have technically heard. If that one type of thing that people experience, there's also a dark tunnel theory. It's just an endless path. It's just endless. It's not scary, but it just keeps going on and on and on. Somewhere far, far away, they see this distant light. Some people describe it as a feeling of overwhelming sense of peace. Some people also say this feeling of that someone is watching, or they can feel that someone else is there at the end of it. They're just present. It's not threatening. These are some of the good experience so far. Here comes the darker experience. Some people reported saying that there was something very heavy and dark. A feeling of being lost in an empty space with no sense of direction or no guidance. It's almost like a place where things doesn't move. There is no concept of time. They describe it as being aware, but they don't know where they are or what they're doing. Scientists say that these experiences come from the brain itself. When this oxygen level drops, our brain starts to release powerful chemicals. So, some people do say that this can cause the vivid imagination or hallucination. Some of these near death experiences, people have reported things that has not happened yet. Some patients describe these events happening around them while they were unconscious, events that were later confirmed to be true. The science still doesn't understand how this can happen on a full large scope. And different cultures have different belief when it comes to life after death. Some people say that there is transition. You're not going to die after you're dead. Your soul is going to be transmitted. So when the moment when the soul exits your body, it is transcended to another space, enters another state of existence. Some believe the consciousness still exists after the death. Some believe in reincarnation, that they're going to have another life. But there is also one more theory which is slightly unsettling and fascinating. Some physicists believe the consciousness is not might not be produced by brain at all. Brain might be simply receiving the consciousness, like receiving radio signals. If that is true, when brain dies, it doesn't mean the end. The signal might not completely disappear. It might simply continue somewhere else. No one knows exactly what happens after the death, but people who have almost died describe same events, and this raises question: what if those moments when they were hallucinating or lost in a space without direction, or that out of body experience was, what if it's a glimpse of something that we were never meant to know? And one day, every single one of us is going to experience death, and we might have to find it out ourselves. The real question isn't whether something happens after death, It's about whether we are ready to face what's going to happen after the death.